Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building. We're going to go all the way to the top, baby, and bring other platforms with us. Let's do it. Let's go to the top, baby. Let's do this. So, let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 2, Episode 8. It is like crazy. Bobby seems like he's kind of like in the mix of every little situation because he goes back and tell what everybody's doing and what everybody says about each other when he's talking about everybody too as well. Then whatever you say to Bobby, he goes back and tell the person that you told him what you said. So basically Bobby is he's repeating whatever you said. So if you want anything to be a secret, don't tell Bobby because he's going to go tell on you. And if you think you're talking to Bobby in confidence, you are not talking to him in confidence. Or you doing something on the low and you don't want nobody else to know, Bobby's going to tell. And it seems like JoJo, she runs her mouth a little bit too. She needs to keep her mouth closed too as well. But she runs her mouth too. So Bobby and JoJo deserve each other. They seem like they need to be good friends. And Prince is being questioned whether he's gay by his girlfriend and by society because of the situation that goes down with him and Bobby. Bobby getting upset, Bobby getting jealous, Bobby getting mad, and basically sending the information to Liz. But Liz doesn't want Bobby hanging around, Prince, because she feels like Bobby is trying to turn him. So if that's the case, that means Bobby and Liz ain't friends. So why is Bobby dropping a dime on, Prince? And if he's supposed to be best friends with Prince, why is he going back and repeating everything that Prince is doing to, Liz? It don't make no sense. And it's just crazy, just craziness. And we find out what's going on with P. P is kind of selfish a little bit. He don't know how to be in a group really because he has a troubled childhood. And basically, he feels like Pretty Ricky ain't been family to him. And he feels like he has done everything to hold it together. But we find out that P was a Jehovah's Witness, and that's a troubled childhood. Imagine why all the kids are playing sports and doing activities outside, watching TV, having a good time, studying, fishing, flying kites, planting, growing. What P was doing? He was knocking from door to door. And people ain't nice to Jehovah's Witnesses. I remember hiding and ducking behind the couch, cutting off the lights. And nobody answered the door and be still, don't move because the Jehovah's Witnesses are at the door. That is a very difficult type of childhood. And then not having his father there and his father disappearing on him and his father promised to pick him up and doesn't pick him up. And then, P's little brother, end up going to live with his father and Pete been disappointed by his father. So he has a lot of trust issues. He's crying. He's very emotional in this episode. And he's talking about how bad the business is and how messed up the business is. And he just wants it his way. He just wants to worry about himself now. He don't want to think about any other straggler alongs, and he wants to worry about his child. So it's just like, damn, P. I was like, damn, what's going on with P? And we see Amara Negra. She has some issues. She's talking about you either choose God or you choose the devil. You choose Jesus or you choose the devil. And you, my friend, you belong to me. And you're not supposed to be talking to anybody else, and especially not him. Oh, no, you're mine. And I only care about me and my mother. And I only let a few people in my circle. So JoJo was kind of right when she said that Amara only really cares about her and her mother. And that's it. And she has a troubled childhood. It seems like, she has trust issues and shit like that. It seems like P and Amara need to be friends straight up and down. They need to be friends. And Khaotic getting chased by the police, that shit was crazy. He's thinking that people's trying to put a hit out on him. They're trying to shoot him. Either that's the case or he was on some drugs and he just had a flashback. He was on something because you never know what these people be taking. But his story did make sense too as well. They didn't put on his lights, and that has happened to plenty of people I know where there'll be unmarked cars will follow you to your house and chase you down and won't put on their lights, and you don't know who they are because it's all tinted windows. And so since, Khaotic's been shot 17 times, he probably thought it was another hit. Then he gets into a crazy accident, injure his arm, he gets locked up, arrested, and now he got 2 people that are injured, so he's gonna have to pay that bill. And basically he's talking about the hood, and you got Prince talking about his heart out here for a black man in America, because would the cops do that to if do that to Khaotic if Khaotic was Caucasian, if Khaotic was another race. Prince was like, Prince is like, I understand. I know the stories of how hard it is out here for a black man. And they're absolutely correct and they're right. Especially the environment. Yo, you can change, we're the strongest country in the world. You can change poverty in America. If Trump wants to spend $18 billion on building a wall, you can erase poverty from America. You can have better schools, better food supply, no Monsanto. You can have everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, miss me with all the bullshit. You would have educated teachers. You'll have good school systems. You'll have computers. You'll have the most high functional things going on in the neighborhood. There won't be a liquor store and a McDonald's and a Burger King and a Kentucky Fried Chicken on every corner. So miss me with all that shit. So I was like, yeah, it happened. And so we get Khaotic. And Khaotic is performing and everything. He's on stage and he's dancing with Shay. And Shay's shaking her booty. Khaotic is getting close. Like, Khaotic, you just want a girl. You want joy. It seems like you're feeling Shay. But Shay was like, no, we just friends. And everybody's trying to, make fun of, Shay and Khaotic. It's, I think Spectacular was there. It was Blue there. And it was Shay. And it was actually Prince or whatever. And it was like, yo, where's Tip? Tip is not showing up because Bobby and Prince that mess up her last show, her last performance. So, she's feeling a certain type of way. I'm just like, damn, this is going down. So we have that situation. So I'm like, damn, this is going down. And so, Khaotic was like, yeah, Bobby and, Prince got into it. It was like, Prince is like every time you turn around, I was talking to a girl. He was talking to a girl and then then Bobby just got upset. Bobby just got mad and then it goes down like that. And then some girl, she walks by and she wants to get Prince's attention. And then, Shay was like, oh no, Liz is my girl. You're not talking to no other girls. Like, it seems like Prince don't want Liz. If everybody keeps telling Liz that Prince is cheating and she's still with him, so what's the deal of telling her like she don't care? And then Miami Tip said something real funny. She was like, yo, if she thinks you gay or whatever, or she thinks that Bobby's trying to turn you, or you got something going on, and then the media is filming the rumors and everything, and she's still with you, so obviously she must don't believe it. So we have that situation. So we got Khaotic. He's talking about he wants to do a track with young Hollywood. Hollywood is back in the building. He's acting really good this season. He's not. And so Khaotic was like, I'm going to get Trick on the feature and I'm going to get you to produce it to Young Hollywood. And then Young Hollywood had to throw him on the bus. Was like, well, you better hope he does it, because what if Trick finds out that you was trying to date Joy and you went out on a date with her? Hollywood was like, yo, if you want to do business with somebody, you don't mess with this person or that person. Like, you better hope everything is cool. And then Prince is like, then Hollywood is like, Prince and Hollywood kind of look alike a little bit in the dark. And so Hollywood is just like, you don't move that way. So, Hollywood is being his judgmental self. And then we have, Veronica Vega. So I guess now she's really Puerto Rican. She's not black anymore. She's Cuban. She's not black anymore. Her grandparents look, Cuban. And her parents look Cuban. So where's the blackness at? So it is what it is. Yes, we know there's some Cuban people that are black, that are darker than my hair. Yes, we do know that. But some Cuban people don't consider themselves having any type of African blood in them, period. So it is what it is. Some of them do and some of them don't. That's just how it is. Some of them claim, some of them don't. So we have that situation, and basically she's got a performance. She's happy. She's ecstatic. She's hoping that it's going to work, but she still sounds like she doesn't have confidence. It seems like whoever invested that money in her, they ain't going to get their return. She don't seem that confident. And her father was like, oh, I want you to do a Spanish song. Do a Spanish song. So she was like, yeah, I'm going to do a Spanish song, but I'm still going to shake my butt or whatever. So she's interchangeable. So anyways, it was so messed up when JoJo was like, you racist. When JoJo said that, I was like, JoJo was running at her. Like, I didn't want Amara and, Jesse Wu to fight, because it just doesn't look like it's an even match. But because Jesse was really short, but Veronica Vega and, you know, JoJo wanted to fight Veronica Vega. Like, she stood back when it came to Jessie Wu. She stood back when it kind of came to, you know, Tip. Of course, she didn't want to fight Tip, but she wanted some Veronica Vega. I was just like, damn. So we have that situation. I was just like, So we have Bobby. So Bobby's going around on his apology tour. He hasn't apologized to Trina yet, but he's apologizing, you know, to, you know, Tip or whatever. And Tip is taking his apology or whatever. But she was like, you can't be doing the shit that you're doing. And everybody's like questioning Bobby and, you know, Prince's relationship. I don't think Tip think they're gay. If she does, she doesn't really care because, you know, she's a part of the LGBT community too as well. But it just seems like there's always drama around them. So anyways, Bobby's going to have to take Tip to get some lobsters and a drink or whatever. But, you know, Miami Tip was not really mad at Bobby or whatever. She filmed right in the stripper's locker room. You go, Tip. She was in the stripper's locker room filming. She's filming while she's working. She's getting paid to be on camera, and she's about to get paid to go up there on stage. So I see you, girl. Do your thing or whatever. So it is what it is. I was like, yay. And so with that situation, we have, you know, we have P, Misa Respect, P, Spectacular, Veronica Vega, and Young Hollywood. They all go out for drinks or whatever, and basically, you know, P let the group know, he let his boys know, he let Blue and Spectacular know that he's going to Australia. I think that's kind of, you know, he's trying to get his head right. They didn't got the shit together. Blue is fighting with Spectacular. You got the father involved again that was stealing the money. It's all types of craziness. It took them a while to get their shit together. He got an offer to make some money. If they was really serious, they would have had an album out. They would have been working on, especially they would have been touring, and there would have been songs on the radio right now while this show is previewing. Maybe it is. I don't know. I guess I'm not checking for them. But if I, you know, I'll check and see if they got any music out, just to see what it sound like. And then on top of that, P had the nerve to say that his part is done. He recorded, he did his part. Like, he did his part. He was like, so when I come back, if the album's not together, then we're going to have to talk. So basically, P is just tired of the bullshit. How does P have everything done? Because Baby Blue, he puts everything together. He puts the beats, he put the sound, he puts the voices on, he put the auto-tunes on, he puts everything on. And Spectacular works with that too as well. So basically, they have to get it together. So P did his part. He recorded his music. So he's serious. He wasn't playing with them. They're on that bullshit. You know, he already caught it. He was like, yo, when I get back from Australia, you just let me know. And then you got Veronica Vega. She's feeling less confident in herself. She's bragging about this show. And, you know, she's talking about giving up. She's talking about this. She's talking about that. She's talking about all that crazy shit that nobody really cares about. So I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, come on. Miss me with that. I'm like, come on. Miss me with that bullshit. So we have that situation, and basically Young Hollywood too as well. He's feeling like difficult. They're feeling like it's hard to get music done, to get things going with music. And they feel like they're at a standstill. Veronica feels like she hasn't done enough, and she was like, P, I haven't even reached the success that you reached. And P was like, I understand. And P was looking at Veronica Vega like, So I was like, okay, so we have that situation, and Blue and Spectacular looking at each other like, oh, P's about to dip on us. But they couldn't say anything because P said his part is done. He's done. So when I get back, you know, hopefully the album's done. And then from there, when I come back, we can go right on tour for the album. So P's ready. P's about working. P's about that money. P's like, you know, I'm going to go. He recorded his part. And he was like, yo, when I get back, the album's done, we can go on tour. I was like, damn, like, they're slacking. Like, P's about his business. He got his shit together. So I was like, okay. He was like, he's going on a solo tour to Australia. He's about to get that money, baby. And so we have Prince and Bobby. They meet up in the studio, but they don't really meet. Bobby's in the studio, and then Prince shows up, and then Prince is just like, yo, you fake, you whack. Like, you talk about all your friends. Even Prince is talking about all his friends. Because Prince and JoJo got into it because Bobby was talking to JoJo about Prince, and then JoJo was putting in her 2 cents on it. Then Bobby went back and told Prince hurt her 2 cents. And that's why they end up, going at it. And then JoJo and Bobby had a conversation. Bobby's basically blaming JoJo for the problems and the situations she's having with Prince when he came to her for help and advice. He came to her for help and advice. And, it's just really crazy how he really just flipped the script on JoJo. And JoJo was like, you know what, I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to say anything. And my bad, I shouldn't have said anything. And yes, JoJo, you shouldn't have said anything, especially if you know Prince longer and you and Prince are friends. So you should just keep your mouth closed and listen to it. But she thought she was being a friend by giving him advice. And plus she's seeing Prince. She feels like Prince is moving a certain way. So she's trying to tell, Bobby what's up. But Bobby... it went back and told Prince, so that's why they got into it. And then JoJo went back. So then JoJo talks to Amara and goes back and tell, Bobby what Amara said about him, even though it's nothing private or secretly, but she recently said things about him because whatever, Bobby and Amara was going through publicly online, that has simmered down. It kind of like played itself out. But then now you got JoJo going back to tell Bobby what, Amara said. And then you have, so that's shady. That's shady right there because Amara's telling you this in private because she trusts you. But you're going back and you telling, Bobby, and Bobby can't keep a secret. It's like, this is going to be drama that's going to start. So we have that situation, but, they'll learn how to keep their mouth closed and won't run their mouth, then they can all be friends and have a good time or whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. And so Bobby and, JoJo, they basically make up. They're cool. Then we get back to the studio. Prince walks in. He sees Bobby. And basically, Prince is saying, you fake. And all this other stuff. Like, you can't whoop me. You can't beat me. And Prince is ready to go. And when Bobby said to Prince that I belong here, you don't belong here. This is where artists belong. Basically telling Prince that he's not about music. He ain't gonna make no music. He ain't no artist. He ain't gonna get nowhere. That was a low blow because this is what Prince is trying to do because he's trying to get out of the promoting business. And when he said that, Prince went all out. He tried to get to Bobby. He tried to stomp Bobby to a pulp. But security was there holding him back. Bobby wasn't running his mouth then. Bobby knew Prince was serious. Bobby threw something at Prince first too as well. So it's just like Bobby threw something at him and then Bobby said something. I think Bobby likes Prince. And I think Prince and Bobby might have something going on. They might because it's just too volatile. And if I don't see a straight man putting this much effort into the relationship with Bobby because straight men don't put that much effort in a relationship with a woman and with a man. You know what I mean? Like they don't, like if their friend or their boys are causing them like headache and pain and distress and try to break up their relationship with their girls, he's gonna diss him. He ain't gonna fool with him no more unless something psychologically is wrong with him because Bobby has shown that he's not a good friend. Like he's not a good friend. And so it is what it is. They get outside, they talk, and basically Prince is just like, everybody thinks I'm gay. Liz don't want me to talk to you. Liz think you gonna turn me or whatever. And then you going back and you showing, Liz all these pictures. You start in trouble for no reason when I'm talking to girls. That makes people question and think that you jealous that we got a relationship going on because you are upset. And Bobby's like, I'm trying to do this for Liz. No, Bobby, you just doing that for yourself because you want Prince or you had Prince. And that's the only reason why, because you don't even really care about Liz like that, and Liz don't care about you like that. And so, Bobby was still trying to say, we need to be friends, with the struggle I went through being a young gay man, whatever, blase and the third, but you don't treat your friends like that. And then Prince was like, I'm done. Prince was like, I'm done. We no longer can be friends, so they ain't gonna be friends. I was just like, damn, this is just some bullshit, straight up and down. Prince needs to leave Bobby alone. They can't be friends because it's too toxic. It's just not a good look or whatever. So we have all that situation go on. Then I told you about Khaotic. Khaotic gets out of jail. And at least Tip and Prince was there to pick him up. But it's crazy that Prince was there and Tip was there. So they was going to film a scene together and get some money too. But why did Khaotic jump Prince? I gotta find out why he jumped Prince. Like why? Khaotic and Prince seem cool, but he jumped them. And if you So I gotta find out, because Khaotic, you said that you done changed and you ain't about that life. So what happened where you wanted to jump, that you jumped Prince, like, and had your boys jump him too? But Khaotic said something really important. He was trying to explain to his sister and his mother about the PTSD, and a lot of people in the hood, in the ghetto, have PTSD. Even kids, they are shell shocked too as well. PTSD with the drama, with everything that's going on. When you walk out your house and it's dangerous and you scared, and you can be, everybody that lives in the hood, that lives in impoverished neighborhoods, are not bad, are good people too as well, but they're stuck in that environment because they're working minimum wage job that don't pay them anything. The rent and the real estate has gone up so much that it's going to crash soon or whatever. So anyways, everybody that's in the hood ain't hood. Everybody that's in the hood or impoverished neighborhoods are not mean or not ghetto, or they not like they're not striving for anything. And so anyways, we have Khaotic. You talk about that situation. He's with his sisters, he's with his nieces, and basically we have one of his nieces talking about she lost a baby daddy, she lost her son. It was like nothing but death and tragedy surrounding most of the cast. And like, this is like real terrible shit is going on in their life. They like, Bobby's traumatized. That's why he caused so much drama. He don't know how to be a friend to anybody, and he doesn't know how to have meaningful relationship because of his childhood, P in his childhood. And Amara's been so sheltered, and all the things that she's been through, just her and her mother hustling through, that she only trusts is her and her mother. She brings her mother on dates for interviews for music and signing to a record label. She brings her mother, and nothing's wrong with that, but it's kind of just weird. So you have all this situation. It's just like it's just like so much is going on with this cast. Like, it's just real. Like, these casts got a lot of issues going on. So we have that situation. And Bobby and Prince, I don't know what's going on with y'all, but y'all are too much. And so we have Bobby that set up a meeting for Bobby to have Tip and JoJo to meet up with each other, and they do. And basically they had a little tip and tap because JoJo was judging Tip because she was a stripper, that stripper life or whatever. Oh, but let me get back to this. When Bobby said to JoJo, I don't know why you friends with Amara. She ain't never had nothing. She ain't never had shit. She's broke. She never had nothing. She don't know how to act. She don't know how to appreciate nothing. She wants to have what you have and be like you because she didn't have shit. Like, you have money. You have this. You don't need to be a part of anybody's group or anything like that because she ain't never had nothing. I was like, damn, he dogged the shit out of her. He was talking shit. He was like, Amara's two-faced. She ain't no good. All she wants to do is fuck somebody's man. I was like, damn, Bobby, you going in. And then for Amara to listen to that, and how can she kind of like, you can play the fence where, okay, I'm not going to say nothing, but if you care about both of them, you don't want to hear nobody talking shit about anybody that you care about. So that's a difficult relationship. So you're going to have to choose one. You don't have to, but it's going to be real difficult, especially if the person wants to vent to you. Usually and normally they will vent to you about anything else, but they can't vent to you about that one person because you are tied to them. So that's a crazy situation. I'd just be like, yo, I don't want to get set up. I don't want a surprise party. So we have that situation. I was like, damn. But anyways, Tip and JoJo end up making up. They hug, they kiss or whatever, and basically they call Bobby out because Bobby's the one who's going back and forth telling Tip what JoJo said, telling Tip what Amara said, telling Tip what Prince said, telling Tip everything. And so basically Tip is like, yo, you the problem. You the one running your mouth. JoJo and Bobby are running their mouth, and whatever they are told, they are repeating it when they shouldn't. So we have that situation. So I was just like, damn, it's going down, baby. And so then we get Amara. Amara finds out that JoJo is over there chilling and hanging out with hanging out with Bobby, and she's feeling a certain type of way, and she's mad about the situation. She was like, no. She was like, you mines. Like, she act like she got a relationship with JoJo. She was like, I don't have no friends, I don't have no nothing. Blase ain't a third. And she was like, yo, it's supposed to be us, supposed to be me and you. CMB, baby. CMB. I'm just like, this is just way too much. Amara, you need help. But I can understand Amara, like, this dude is constantly talking shit about me, but if she cannot worry about what Bobby says about her, she could still be friends with JoJo. And JoJo was like, how you gonna try to diss me when I fought against Steph LaCour, I fought against Hollywood, I fought against this one, I fought against Veronica Vega, I fought against all of them for you because they was talking shit about you, blah, and the third. And then, Amara's like, nah, I don't want you with him or whatever. And she started speaking Spanish. She was like, I don't want you in Diablo, I don't want you to speak to him. You got to choose either the devil or God. You got to pick one aside. And she's upset because she's seeing that JoJo is chilling with Bobby and they're having a good time and they're taking pictures. And then Amara feeling a certain type of way. She was like, me and you don't even have fun like that. Me and you don't even chill like that. Me and you don't even hang out like that. So she's feeling abandoned. I think Amara has abandonment issues and she wants somebody she likes to smother people. And Amara could just sit down and talk to Bobby and they could work it out because Bobby is good with apologizing and saying I'm sorry and repeating the shit all over again. So you guys tell me what you think about this episode. I was just like, damn, this was just like, it was a lot going on. It was just like, wait, chaotic situation is real. Like, he was being chased down by the police. And like, he was afraid for his life. That's why he didn't stop. And people can say he's just using that so he can get away with going to jail. But damn, his family was going through some things. And it was all women. There was no man. It's like Khaotic is the only man left around. But he did graduate from high school. So when a young person is in a high-impoverished, gang, drug-infested neighborhood and they finish high school, that means that they have a good mother. He does have a good mother. But they was like, your mother's worrying. But I don't think the family got or understood the PTSD of the worrying and just looking over your shoulder or thinking something's going to happen to you. Peace and out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share the video. Peep Squad is going up all the way to the top and we bringing others with us, baby.